Good morning. Welcome to the Life Motivators. We are here again today to give y'all some more love. Why? Why not? Just because we can. That's why. We get in here every day to do this, to inspire others to do more within your life, the growth that you want within it, the actions that you are taking. Are you taking any at all? Are you just talking about things and you're just talking circles like a dog chasing its own tail? Yep. How many of y'all have watched that for 30 minutes at a time? Your dog sitting there in the backyard chasing its tail. Are you living that kind of life as well? Are you just going in circles, talking in circles, but not taking any true actions to make anything happen within your life? Because it is the actions that you take to move you forward with everything that you're doing, with every skill that you're learning, with every craft that you're learning, with every hobby that you do. With everything that you do within life, your career path, your energy, your vibrations, it all is part of an action that comes from you to move you into a new direction of life. We learned how to do those actions of words. We give ourselves a better thought process during our meditation as we speak better words to ourselves, better actions to ourselves, and the better process of where we see our life going, not just for today, but there is a future plan in there as well. So what actions are you taking today to move you for that future plan that you have? Miss Shannon, we have watched her over the last year and a half move from New York, saying that I want to move. I want to move to Tennessee. And what did she do? She put a plan of action down on a piece of paper. She drew out the house that she wanted. She drew out the area many times that she would go and look at different areas. What was she doing? She was taking action to put something that fit her with her imagination that she seen within. And at that time frame, as she traveled back and forth to Tennessee to New York, finding that right spot for her in her heart. That is where she is at now. She came up with those ideas to move. She came up with the idea of the house plan. She came up with the idea of everything that she wanted. And she took action along the way each time. Whether it was a day just scrolling through in New York at real estate agent stuff. That was action taken. You know, as many of you take a plan to plan out a vacation, what are you doing? You're scrolling through all the different excursions that you can take, all the different places that you can go, all the different things that you really want to do within life. As you plan that out, just know that you are the one that's taking actions each day to make that happen. Oh, I don't have all the monetary funds for that vacation. So what do? You work a few extra hours and then you save that money to get ready for that vacation. So what did you do? You took action within you to know that you can go out there and get the monetary funds for anything that you want in life. If you truly desire it, no matter what it is, you will not let anything stand within your way. You want a new rod and reel? Yeah, you're going to do whatever you have to do to go get that new rod and reel. You want that new home? You're going to do whatever you have to do to go get that new home. You want a new job? You're going to go get some new skills and new crafts to go get that new job. You are the one that's taking action within your life to move it to that next direction. Many clients that I talk to on a day-to-day basis during our mentorship program, I ask them, what is your bigger vision for you within the next 5 years? Same question that was asked when we was at high school, but none of us could truly answer that. And within here, and my clients that I work with today, they're not spring chickens. They're within the 30s and above. And what are they doing? They're planning for the future of life. What am I going to be able to do when I do retire? Or what can I do now to assist me a little bit closer to that retirement time? And I'm not having to depend on the Social Security. I can actually have a business that's making residual income for me. How many of y'all actually heard residual income when you was in high school? Anything about it? I didn't. No teacher, no mathematics class, anything that I went through had taught me anything about residual compounding effect of money. Crazy, I didn't learn that until my 30s, of how money you can have a compounding effect in an interest occurring loan in your own bank. It's like, what? Yes, you can bring more money back in, if you know the right questions to ask. But I have found that nobody's just going to blatantly just show you the path to be able to bring more income unless you learn how to ask the right questions. And the first one you need to ask is in you. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? What are you wanting to accomplish? You know, many people, I just want to be able to not have to go to work anymore. Cool. Once that happens, what's next? You've accomplished not going to that jobby job. You're making money online. What's next? You've now got yourself to a retirement state. Now what's next? You're too young to be able to just give up and go sit at home like my 82-year-old father just wants to sit behind the TV and says, yep, my days are just with my feet up now. Daddy, you're 82 years old. I just watched Carol go and do an airplane fix for a guy on his upholstery, 84, still flying, still getting around. So it's fun to see the different thought processes of people during their age groups of thinking that they don't have any more to give. You will be able to give back to this planet, back to this earth every single day if you choose. What are you wanting to give back? What are you bringing to the table of life that has changed people's lives, shifted their energies into a bigger, different direction to give them new perspectives? I was on a phone call last night with a client, and she said, I want to thank you for the last 6 months of working diligently with me to get myself into a better mind state, to be able to move me into the career path and into the places that I want to go that is not happening right now. She said, there's more people that you are touching with what you are doing here in the Life Motivators in the morning time to inspire people to do more, she said, than you would ever even know that you're able to touch. And I said, you are correct. There's many people that I get messages from that I'd never even seen on this screen. But yet some shape, form, or fashion, they have watched the replay or they have watched one of our YouTube channels on the Daily Life Motivators to be able to get the inspiration for what we are doing here every day is to inspire you to go for that more in life. Don't settle for that average. You've lived the average for too long. You followed the norm for too long. Oh, this is what everybody else is doing. We in here want to show you and tell you that you can blaze a total different path within life. But it all starts with you sitting down and mapping out a goal plan, knowing where you want to go and what you're wanting to accomplish. Not all of us know what we want to do or our purpose. There's many conversations that I have. People ask me all the time, I don't know my purpose. How did you find your purpose? I started doing something. That's all I did. Didn't know my purpose as well. Got into all this online stuff 3.5 years ago, 5 years ago. Didn't know what it's all about. And 3 years ago, I shifted my energy with people that I surrounded myself with. Then I started getting clarity 2.5 years ago of what am I going to bring back to this table of life? I've been to the darks of depths of darkness, and I know that there's only one place to go once you get there. That's up. And that's all I want everybody else in here to understand, and those that are watching. There's only one place for you to go. Why turn back? The rearview mirror is not going to bring you anywhere. Those stories that you keep talking of the past that have done nothing for you, but bring more negativity and more criticisms and more self-doubt and more fear. Once you start talking about the future of what you can do, the future of where you can go, that's the power. That's the power that you will start unlocking within you when you start telling yourself a better story of how the outcome of your life, because it's not over yet. Until they put you 6 feet down, then it's over. But until then, we will continuously keep growing. We will continuously keep learning, and we will continuously keep inspiring others to do greatness within your own life. We know what we found within ours, and we know the direction that we're moving. And it all started with people like this right here in the morning times to inspire me to do more within my life. Those morning motivations that I went to, those webinars that I went to in the evening times, I still do those. Why? Because they inspire me of the greatness that we have within our life and where we're going. The online world is changing people's lives every day. Will everybody understand it? Will everybody go through it and rock it out? Nope. That's okay. We're going to need those people as firemen. We're going to need those doctors. We're going to need those lawyers. We're going to need those that have passion for the craft and the career that they're in. We as marketers have found a passion for what we do. We as inspirational, motivational speakers, we have found what we are passionate about. So take what you love and rock it out and give it every ounce of energy that you have. Because it's with that energy becomes action. With that action brings results. And with those results, you can do so much more with, because you now have a better belief within you. How many of you have heard that, oh, I'll get into something like that once I see you have results? Really? You need me to have results for you to do something different within your life? Because I have a different passion. I have a different drive. I have a different energy, mindset, thought process than you do. So even if you wait till I have results like I have now, before you wanted to start doing something within life, then you're not looking in the right mirror. You're not watching the right screen. You need to go back to that mirror. You need to talk to you so you can know where you want to go within life, what you want to accomplish, and go after that. If you don't believe in everything that you're doing in life today, you need to go reevaluate again. Because if you do not believe within you and everything that you have going on, that power of belief within you is where it all starts. Believe within you. Believe within your physical ability. Believe within the knowledge that you have. Believe within the knowledge that is coming to you to be able to take care of the things that you're wanting to do. Because if you're looking for something different than within life, you will find more knowledge within it to increase your level of awareness and clarity and better understanding. And with that understanding, you will have better ways to write down that goal and that path. But if you just come into something just thinking that, oh, this is going to happen overnight, oh, I'll be able to be a success person, within 30 days, it's never happened within this planet. So take your energy, take your life that you have now, and know that you will move it each day forward, because that's what you desire. And each forward step will bring that more to you. The right people, the right places, the right energy, and the right vibration will align with you when you get in that receiving mode and that ready to be ready. Go ahead, brother.
All of that not congruent. All of that is dependent, rather, upon the story that we're telling ourselves. Our success, the victory that we walk in or a lack thereof, it has to do with our mind. The wins of our mind, the successes of our mind, the things that we're constantly thinking of, the battle that's taking place in our mind. That's where the story comes from, on whether or not somebody's going to be the victim in this life or they're going to be the victor of this life, and how they live their life and how they lead their life. We're always talking about it, that they're like living life on purpose, with purpose. You're being intentional in the direction that you're going. You're refocusing on your goals. You're thinking, hey, what do I really want to do with my life? What direction am I heading? I want to say that's one of the many reasons why I like chess. A game of chess, you have to think, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 moves ahead. Sometimes you have to, don't be so quick to move. It's equivalent to what do they say? And they say what, you measure twice, so or measure 3 times, so you only have to cut once, kind of stuff. I mean, it's that kind of concept. If you're not planning in your life, you're planning to fail, because you're kind of just going about life living the willy-nilly. You're going about your day. A lot of people that I've talked to, I want to just say, like, they look at the aspect of business, or them getting away from that negative way of thinking, or them getting out of that limited mentality, as like it's pulling teeth to them almost. They're so captivated by the 9 to 5. They're so captivated by the rat race. They're so captivated by having to pay bills. They're so captivated by the lack thereof, or being overwhelmed by family and friends, and not having enough time, or all the stuff that life is throwing. We have to go here, we have to go there, we have to buy this, we have to buy, get the, oh my gosh, Christmas is right around the corner. The anxieties of life, stuff that we all go through, we all can relate to. But People get so captivated on that they don't see the more. They don't see opportunities. They don't, they don't see, it's a shame, but that's why I like to say that I'm not an average person, because I'm working towards not operating and thinking, in an average mindset. My brain wants to, I'm not perfect in any of the things that I've been preaching or speaking or trying to teach to you, any morning, on Life Motivators whatsoever. And there's the majority of it I'm implementing in my own life, and it's a daily practice. It's a lifestyle. This is a lifestyle, of functioning this way. You have to be intentional with your direction, with your goal setting, with what you want to do, with revisiting the direction that you're heading every single day. That way you don't lose your way. That way you stay focused. We've been talking about this a little bit more often lately, the concept of spending an hour on yourself every single day. In a year's time, you would have spent 365 hours working on yourself, self-development, reading something, listening to audible audio, or listen to some kind of podcast or YouTube or whatever, however you want to spend that hour, but cut and carve out an hour intentionally in your day to give yourself direction, to remind yourself where you want to go and what you want to do. Whether it be business or issues of the heart, your family. What if, you're always so busy and you're trying to work on your relationship? Well, do you not think it important to cut out some time in the day to maybe spend some quality time with the person that you're lacking in the relationship? That's why they have things like a date night, with couples. Or when it comes to your children, don't wonder why they're so easily influenced by the world or by their friends or their peers or people at school or what they see on TV, if you're not cutting out and carving out time in that day for them to impart something good into them, to give them direction. If you're not planning out your life, if you're not giving instruction to those that you've been entrusted with and who are you're entrusted to, in reference to business, there's people who you're supposed to be directing. There's people who you're supposed to be assisting to grow in their business or to help manage their life, But if you're always operating in your comfort zone and you're so focused and captivated by your 9 to 5 or stress or, whatever, then you're not revisiting your goals. You're not planning out your day. You're not structuring your day. Thomas was talking yesterday. They had a couple calls after our Zoom where he had structured his day to operate and be in a certain flow. And then he gave me a call, a little while later when he had some free time, but he had his day structured. So if you could implement some kind of structure in your day to make sure that you have better relationships, to make sure you manage your time better, your business better, you manage your job better, you manage your mind better, you manage your heart, your mind, your body, and your spirit. Okay, well, I'm always on the go, so that's why I eat junky food or I eat fast food. Okay, well, why not go to the grocery store earlier in the week and do a little meal prep, throughout the week, or do some meal prep at the early, in the weekend or whatever, and set the tone for the day so you're not spending unwisely, so you're not putting garbage into your body, you're eating properly. Exercise, you name it. It's practice, Hey, I got a lot on my mind. Okay, journal. Get that crap off of your mind. Go ahead, Thomas. You want to add something?
Yeah, many people look at the years that you have passed by and you have given up and made the schedule. You got up every day for that job. You got up and made your coffee. You got up every day and drove to that job site. You got up every day and did all of that without any question. You did all that for someone else without question. And you had a nice schedule going because you knew what time you had to get up. You knew what time you needed to eat. You knew what time you needed to be at that job site to clock in. You knew what time your breaks were. You knew what time you was getting off of work. You knew what you were doing after work. So if you schedule your life so great for a jobby job, now why don't you start putting a schedule like that to your life where you want it to go?
Yeah. I have a buddy who he doesn't like to sit in traffic. We were actually talking about this the other day. He hates sitting in traffic, and he starts his job at 6 a.m. Can I tell you that he gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning? Every day gets up at 3 in the morning just so he can make his coffee, make his breakfast, leave the house at a certain time just so he doesn't have to sit in the pain of traffic. He'll get to work an hour, hour and a half early sometimes, leaving his house at 4 something, you know, getting to work, you know, way, way before it's time. Number one, so he's not late. But number two, just to not have to sit in traffic. If he were to spend that much energy and that much direction and that much intention, that much preparation and preparing a business, where could his life be? Where could he, you know, or into, you know, thinking something different, or into writing something. You know, it's all about how you're directing your energy, how you're dedicating your time, how intentional are you being at whatever it is that you want to do. You know, this life is you know, if you're walking around defeated, it's because your mentality is defeated. You know, you were meant to live and be something great and do something great, or otherwise you wouldn't be here today. You wouldn't have made it this far. You wouldn't be here watching us this morning, you know? So be encouraged, man. Live today and make the most of this day. Make this day count, you know? And you do that by being intentional in your day, man. Love y'all.
Much love and appreciation, brother. And we get in here every day. We bring this for you to know that you can move your life into the direction that you want. What are we doing? We're motivating you to get up, get out, go do something, you know, because if you don't try, then you will never find out. If you don't try, you will never succeed. If you don't at least try, then how will you ever know? You may go to that gravesite with regrets. You'll be sitting that one in the old folks' home saying, you know what? I wish I would have listened to them two old boys. They came on there every morning and talked to us. Miss Shannon gave us powerful affirmations, and they told us to start writing our own stuff. They told us to start journaling. They told us to start writing things down, but I didn't. Man, I wish I would have. My life would have been so much different.
Hey Thomas, there's a song. No, you know, we don't encourage. This is a family show, but the hook of the song, because you just said the lyrics, and I just started laughing and turning. I'm like, I have to say it. So you know, people, sometimes we escape life. Let's keep it real. You know, that's where you know, certain things in life comes from. They want to escape life because life can be overwhelming. But the hook of the song goes, you need to get up, get out, and you know, get something. You can't spend all your time trying to get high. You need to get up, get out, and do something. How will you make it if you never even try? I mean, that's the hook of the song, you know. But it's that's a reality. How will you ever make it? You know, we can't make it out of this life alive. We know where none of us are gonna, you know, we're all gonna die one day. So why not give life your all? You know, why not leave it all out there on the line? You know, to say you lived every day to the max. If you only had 2 days to live, how would you live today? How would you live for the next 24 to 48 hours if you know you only were going to live as you would live your life entirely different, man. You know, and I think, don't get me wrong, there's certain extremes that are in that, you know, that wouldn't apply, you know, but take that approach like that. Think about how intentional you would be, how directional you would be. Would you just continue to go through the motions of life? And I think you wouldn't. I think you would take this thing really serious, you know?
How many of you have friends or family members that are going through an illness, a sickness of some shape, form, or fashion? And we're finding those illnesses are starting to hit people in my age group. I have already lost 5 just this year. 5. They go fast. That starts putting a different perspective to my thinking of, oh, what am I doing? What happened? What were they doing? What can I do better to not have that happen within my life? And that's where we come in here to make sure that you understand that death is inevitable for all of us. Yes. But that time frame until we hit that ground, what are you doing to take care of that temple to make it stay here a little bit longer? So where you don't end up with the diseases and sicknesses and health issues that drop you down. Don't wait until the health issue hits you to say, hey, I need to do something different in my life. Don't wait until the loved one right next to you drops and you say, oh, I need to do something different within my life. We're in here inspiring you each day to do something more now. Big capital N, big O, big W. You turn it around and it says won. Yeah, you won. You won this day because you put better energy to it. You won this day because you put better thought process to it. You won this day because you took better health care of that physical temple that you have. You took better care of that mental side that you had today. And you aligned with that spiritual side that is within inside of you. Because that energy we all have. We're all energy. We're all vibrational beings walking on this planet. What vibrations are you going to put off today that's going to move you into another direction? To understand that you want something more within life, go get it. Don't let nothing stand within your way. We're going to wrap this one up this morning with Miss Shannon and her powerful affirmations, because she has been giving this right here to us within this community straight from her heart. These are things that are coming in a notebook that she has stacked on that floor 10, 12, 20 high, because it is the energy that we talk about of writing them down and the power of writing them down, that power of journaling, the power of knowing what you want to do within the next year, next 5 years, 10 years. Where do you truly see yourself going and growing and building? Miss Shannon's got many books that she's about to write. And with those affirmation books right there, they're going to be in every shelf of Books A Million. They're going to be on every Amazon shelf, flying out the windows, one after another. Why? Because they bring so much meaning when you do an affirmation. They bring so much power within you when you do an affirmation. What are you proclaiming over you today? What are you expecting within your life today? Are you moving yourself in that direction? If not, you need to ask yourself why. Go ahead, Ms. Shannon.
Ready? My mind is filled only with loving, healthy, positive, and prosperous thoughts, which ultimately are converted into my life experiences. I am constantly brimming with confidence and positivity, and I allow my confidence to flow in every area of my life. Self-confidence is what I thrive on. Every new day should start with happiness, should be full of joy, and end with contentment and confidence within you.
Contentment and confidence within you. Power within those words right there. Harness them, my friends, and enjoy the things that we bring out here on a day-to-day basis to bring you more within your own self. Many people need someone else to inspire them every day, to give them an attaboy on their back. So here we go. Attaboy. Keep up the good work today, because you are nothing but awesomeness. You are nothing but greatness within this powerful pack of a body that you have. Rock it out today. Have fun with it and enjoy your journey. We'll see y'all tomorrow.